Hey guys, Greg here. I've got 6 or 7 records to share with you today. And you know, I have not been buying a lot of records lately. New job, change in the lifestyle. Got tons of records in my house I haven't listened to, but I got a few new ones. Anyway, here's a couple that were actually birthday presents, which were on my want list. Joe Henderson and Chick Corea, also Ron Carter and Billy Higgins. This is on the MPS label, the German label. And they're sort of associated with the Black Forest, I guess. It says Reforest, the Legend, MPS. Mirror Mirror, what year? 1980 by MPS. And it's interesting that it's got tunes by a bunch of different composers on here. Chick Corea, Joe Henderson, Ron Carter wrote 2 tunes. So interesting set by some great players. I've been getting more into Joe Henderson lately. Kind of looked at my record collection and realized I don't have that much Joe Henderson, and he's really a great player. Was a great player. So anyway, analog remaster on the MPS label. Joe Henderson and Chick Corea. Now here's a Blue Note. You can't make a jazz video in the vinyl community without talking about Blue Note, can you? The Real McCoy. This is one of those Blue Note Classic Series reissues that are really a great value. Real McCoy, McCoy Tyner, also Joe Henderson, also Ron Carter. But we have Elvin Jones on the drums, the skins, as they say. What year is this? All compositions by McCoy Tyner, and liner notes by the great Nat Hentoff. Nice sets on Blue Note. Thrift stores. Let's talk about the Goodwill. What's the best thing that could possibly happen to you when you're in the Goodwill? Well, this has happened to me several times. You're looking through the junky records, and the guy comes out with a cart and says, "I got some more records. Do you want to see them?" No one's seen them but me. So yesterday, literally yesterday afternoon, I was at the Goodwill, and junk. What they have there is complete junk for $4.99. It's ridiculous. But he came out with a collection of about maybe 50 or 60 progressive rock albums, all from one collection, obviously. And he had entire veins, if you will. He had 3 or 4 records by Camel, and 4 or 5 by Soft Machine, and 4 or 5 by Frank Marino and Mahogany Rush. Is he progressive? I don't know. Soft Machine, I always kind of wanted their stuff because Alan Holdsworth, great jazz guitar player, plays on some of their records. I listened to some of it on the phone. Like, I'm trying to figure out what to buy. There's 50 records here. For $4-5, I'm only going to get a couple. Sounded too noodly. Alan Holdsworth, one of the greatest noodly guitar players of all time, but this was more than I could handle. So I didn't get the Soft Machine. Why don't you quit talking and tell us what you did get, Greg? Okay, we could do that. The first one is not really even progressive rock, but for $4.99, if you don't already have a copy of Tommy Bolin, Teaser, great photo, by the way. Tommy Bolin, great guitar player, died very young, drug, I believe. But, and this copy is a bit thrashed. You've got the coffee stains and all kinds of weird stains on here. But the vinyl is not bad. Somebody commented on my Instagram that they believe this is the original based on the label. So there you go. Original Tommy Bolin. Jeff Porcaro plays drums on here, who was famous playing with Toto, and he also died at a young age. We won't get into that story. So I picked up 2 records from an artist that I really know nothing about. Let me show you. Who has heard of Ryo Kawasaki? Ryo Kawasaki, Japanese guitar player. 2 records by him. The first one is called Juice. It's the inside of an orange with all kinds of something. And then the second one is called Prism. This one is on Inner City Records, 1978. This one is actually considered rare and maybe valuable. I see some copies going for $100 to $200, so maybe this is worth something. So Kawasaki was kind of a jazz fusion guitar player, but he was also a synthesizer pioneer. Actually in the digital synthesizer world, not analog synthesizer. And after getting into synthesizers and writing software, he actually made some dance disco-y kind of albums, but then he got back to his jazzy fusioniness. So there's some cool synthesizer stuff on here. Prism I listened to carefully, like that one. 2 records by Ryo Kawasaki, if you guys have heard of him. So that's an interesting find, a new artist that I don't know. So there's 3 albums from the Goodwill. And then the other thrift store, the Council Thrift Shop, which is where old Jewish people who die give their stuff. And they tend to give away a lot of classical and show tunes. Got some classical. You guys can stop watching here if you hate classical. Don't. Stay with us. There are tons of classical. And the bad news is I didn't realize they increased their prices from $3 to $5. So I get up there and I'm like, $5 for each of these? I don't think so. He gave me the $3 price. But I walked away with guilt. So a European copy of Bruckner's, what is it, the 3rd? No, the 9th, by Bernard Haitink and the Concertgebouw. Nice copy on Philips with the imported sticker, and you know, the Europeans, they do nice pressings. Nice inner sleeve with plastic inner sleeve. So this is the quality record of the bunch. Even though I have too many copies of Bruckner now. Horowitz playing Scarlatti. Scarlatti is Baroque, sort of pre-Bach, I guess, but Scarlatti's piano sonatas are wonderful. And of course they were written for harpsichord. Nobody likes harpsichord these days, so Horowitz doing it on piano. Gotta be very nice. I'm sure this will be wonderful on CBS. And this looks like a reissue. And the last one is the weirdest of the bunch. We're going all the way back to, I think, the Renaissance. This is pre-Baroque. Thomas Tallis and William Byrd are 2 of the most famous choral music conductors. And the King Singers, which are English, I guess. This is not a super high quality label. Moss Music Group, never heard of it, but paper sleeve. But it's rare to find choral music in good shape. That's it, guys. We got a Blue Note, we got an MPS, we got some jazz, we got some fusion, we got some classical. And that's it for today. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to check me out on the Instagram. I will follow all of you vinyl people. Follow you back on Instagram if I find you, if you follow me. Great way to keep in touch, to see what's cooking. All right, guys. Thanks again.